Alright, well, okay, it looks like everything's all set up right about now, so, yeah, it seems like I'm, pretty much almost a month late to, of course, I get this out because of other, projects, other projects, going on, but hey, I guess we might as well do it right about now, so yeah, I guess as usual, new year, new season, so yeah, I guess with that being said, let's go ahead and get started, so yeah. Hey guys, this is Ackley, SamAttack4427 here, and welcome everybody to Season 8, that's right, Season 8 of WTPU, aka, What the Pickup? Yes, folks, it looks like after the madness with what we have caught on last season, with, of course, Season 7 right around last year, looks like we're back again with, of course, another season of course, this show right about now, and wow, can't believe we actually made it to 8 seasons of course, this show right about now. I guess that means we're only about 2 away towards reaching pretty much our milestone 10th season for sure, which, yeah, not gonna lie, it's actually really awesome, so yeah, looks like we're back with, of course, a brand new season of course, this show, because, yeah, last season was, of course, absolute madness for sure, and, yeah, already making past 100 episodes of that show is quite something for sure, but hey, I need something to get off on my chest for sure, just to, you know, fill in the void with what I can gather, so yeah, I guess if anything, we're back at it with a brand new season of course, this show, and that means, well, got a new batch of items for me to talk about for sure, pretty much all throughout the entire year for sure, yeah, all throughout 2023 this year, so yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense on that front. You pretty much know the drill at this point, so yeah, let's go ahead and start off Season 8 with a bang for sure, so yeah, with that being said, here we go! But first, as usual on this show, if you guys may recall in the last episode of this show, which you can see right down over here, I talked about all the stuff that I got for Christmas not too long ago, to which, yeah, despite the fact that my voice was, of course, mainly I was losing my voice around the time I did it, mainly because, well, I was actually getting over a bad case of COVID around that time, which, yeah, pretty much sucks for sure, but I still have to say, regardless of course, what I've actually gone through, I still think the stuff that I got for Christmas actually turned out really great for sure, and yeah, I'm really impressed with, of course, what I've actually seen for sure, and as they were really great amounts for sure, and yeah, just by looking at that clip right down over there, I certainly look great in my Christmas Barbara cosplay for sure. Though, it is such a shame that even though I did utilize it in, of course, a few other videos before this one, it is such a shame that I didn't get to wear it for a Christmas party or a Christmas-themed convention, or hell, maybe I wish I could have actually worn it for when my family were together celebrating Christmas together. Well, there's always next Christmas for sure, just to be safe, so yeah, regardless on that, if you want to check that episode out for yourself, then don't worry about a thing. There's a card over there, over at the top right corner of the screen, as well as, of course, the link to it down in the description box below. So yeah, whichever you prefer, go right ahead. I'll wait until you come back. Yeah, take all the time you need. I promise I am still gonna be here by the time you come back for sure. So yeah, take all the time you need on, of course, this one. Yeah, and I hope you actually popped up some really good popcorn for you to have while, of course, you watch the last episode of the show, which is actually quite fitting because, well, my sister was, of course, kind enough to send her Christmas presents to me, all in one awesome dishwasher-friendly popcorn bucket for me to have, which, yeah, that was actually quite nice, and I'll make really good use of that for sure, so yeah, thanks, sis! Alright, I guess seeing how you did already see the last episode of this show, we might as well go ahead and start up this episode as we normally do. Now for today's episode, to officially kickstart this new season for sure, I've got a question that I want to ask all of you. Do you guys remember that right around over a year ago, I actually talked about my Bachmann Rosie that I got right here? Yeah, I guess it's actually a really good, friendly reminder to, of course, to pretty much an episode that I did last year for sure, which, yeah, even to this day, I still think this actually is really great, but hey, I guess if anything, seeing how that episode actually did very well, and for the fact that I did show it off right around in the previous episode, this Bachmann Rosie that I actually got right here, it's mainly just part one for sure, so yeah. Just by the way I'm actually saying it, and when I show that model off for sure, I think you can pretty much see where I'm going with, of course, this one. That's right, you guys have been patient for this, and you have waited a long time for me to talk about it, and, well, it's finally here, and it's in my hands, so yeah, I guess seeing how I did talk about my Bachmann Rosie in the previous season that I did well over a year ago for sure, we're actually going to follow that up with, of course, another version of course, the Bachmann Rosie that I currently got, but except this time, it's all in her cherry red paintwork for sure, so yeah. I guess if anything, it's been well over a year in the making for sure, and, well, seeing how it is finally in my hands, since after I did pretty much the regular Bachmann Rosie last year, I guess we might as well go ahead and talk about this one right here, so yeah, will it actually be as good as the regular Bachmann Rosie that I did talk about last year? Or will it actually be something a little different than what I actually thought of course, that previous said model? Well, let's take a look. Alright guys, here we are with, of course, my Bachmann Cherry Red Rosie right in front of us now. So yeah, looks like we're going to be in for a real treat of course, this one. So yeah, before we can go ahead and dive right into, of course, this one, I think I might as well get a little background history beforehand. So yeah, if you guys actually, yeah, even though I did actually mention it in the, pretty much in the intro earlier for sure, if you may recall, well over a year ago, I, of course, talked about pretty much my Bachmann Rosie for sure, and yeah, thankfully I still have this in my possession for sure, and yeah, what can I say about it that a lot of people haven't already for sure, so yeah, I find this to be a really great model for sure, and I was actually really impressed with, of course, what I've actually seen for sure, so yeah. I guess if anything, that episode that I did last year for sure will, of course, doing justice for sure. So yeah, if you actually want my full-on thoughts on, of course, this one, I highly suggest you check out the one that I did last year just to get a little fresh reminder for sure. So yeah, I guess either way, with, of course, this actually doing very well, I've, of course, been quite curious to see on what Rosie and her red, yeah, her cherry red paintwork will actually fare up for sure, and yeah, I did get a couple of pretty much comments and, of course, suggestions or even requests to, of course, let me talk about this one right here, and well, looks like I did get this as a Christmas present not too long ago, and, well, here we are officially talking about it here today, so yeah, I guess I can immediately tell about now first impressions looking at it from its packaging. It actually looks really great for sure, so yeah, it's definitely different from, of course, the original Rosie that I currently got in my possession, but I really do admire, of course, the nice detail, and, of course, the paintwork from looking at it from the side, and, of course, pretty much, we still have Rosie, yeah, Rosie's face as normal, which thankfully is a bit different for sure, So yeah, and of course I really do admire the headlamp that's literally on top of Rosie, pretty much covering part of her funnel for sure, and even the back, I have to say, with, of course, the lamp for sure, it's still actually quite impressive. So yeah, and of course, it's same as usual for, of course, like every other Bachmann train we did talk about, of course, this show for sure, and yeah, it's pretty much what you expect for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, I'm really impressed so far looking at it in its packaging for sure, and I definitely know it's really gonna be absolutely fantastic for sure. But if anything, I think we might as well get to the real deal on, of course, this one. So yeah, I guess thanks to my scissors that I currently got, let's go ahead and get this out of its packaging for sure. So yeah, I think I'll go ahead and do that while we pretty much fast forward the footage. So yeah, I guess we might as well do that. So yeah. Alright, so it looks like we finally got Rosie out of her packaging again for sure, and yeah, I guess from what I'm actually seeing right about now, seeing it up close and personal, oh my, this looks really incredible from what I'm actually seeing. I'm really digging, of course, what I'm seeing with, of course, her and her cherry red paintwork for sure, and yeah, I can also see right about now every bit of detail up close and personal. Just looks, oh, it's just mwah, chef's kiss. Really incredible for sure. So yeah, and of course, if I can just pull my regular Rosie out of the way. Yeah, I guess I can immediately tell right about how they didn't actually just copy and paste the exact same model for sure, and actually make it a little bit different. No, I think it actually is made from scratch for sure, and yeah, I can immediately tell just by looking at the two, and yeah, I guess it's almost kind of rare for me to actually compare and contrast on this show, as I rarely actually do that anymore for sure. But yeah, I guess judging by the way I see these two back-to-back for sure, I'm actually really digging the differences in its entirety for sure. I'm really impressed with, of course, what I've actually seen for sure. Yeah, it definitely looks like they did a fine job, and of course, capturing the spirit of course, the original Rosie that we got beforehand, but also making from scratch once again in a way that I wouldn't notice, and yeah, with of course what I'm actually seeing with this, I say Bachmann Trains did a really fantastic job on the hang, pretty much not only making from scratch as usual, but also giving something that we really enjoyed for sure, but giving like a new coat of paint to it, literally. So yeah, I'm really digging of course how well this actually works alongside the original for sure. So yeah, if I could set this out of the way, so yeah, I guess with what I'm actually seeing, it really does look impressive from what I'm actually seeing. Yeah, definitely the same model, but completely different for sure. And yeah, I know that's saying a whole lot, because yeah, I still love the original Bachmann Rosie for sure. So I guess if anything, I say this is actually on the same level as the original for sure. So yeah, and I know that's saying a whole lot, because I did recall some time ago I did already do an episode on my Bachmann Busy Bee James for sure, but yeah, I think as much as I still really enjoyed that one, that still utilizes the exact same model they use for the regular James, but giving a different shade of paint for sure. But I actually really am digging, of course, the way they utilize this Bachmann Rosie for sure. So yeah, and I guess yeah, like I said, I can easily dig enjoying this as much as I really enjoyed the original for sure. So yeah, I guess it's what I can gather on that front. So, but I guess the only question remains: how will it fare up once we actually get onto my layout? Well, that's exactly what we're gonna find out right about now. Alright, so here we are with, of course, my Bachmann Cherry Red Rosie on my layout, to which, yeah, by the way, I guess if you couldn't tell but now I've got this all nice and clean, well ahead of course, filming this one. Yeah, just did a bit of dusting, of course, the good amount of stuff that I actually have. So yeah, definitely looks like a fresh, new, clean layout for sure. So yeah, it looks like we finally got Rosie all set and ready to go for sure, just to give it a massive test run for sure. And yeah, I guess pretty much on its own, I really do admire, of course, how well it's actually gripped onto the track pretty good for sure. But then again, it's pretty much what I would expect for every other Bachmann Thomas model for sure. But yeah, I guess if anything, I am quite curious to see on how this one will actually do compared to, of course, my Bachmann Rosie that I talked about last year for sure. But yeah, I'm actually really excited to finally get it going, and yeah, I've already got the speed controller plugged in so that I can finally get this thing moving. So yeah, I guess with that being said, enough about me wasting all that time for sure. Let's go ahead and give it a test run right about now. Oh, yeah, let's see, yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go. Looks like we finally got around a few laps around my layout, and yeah, this actually works really great for sure. Yeah, definitely runs very well, despite a few bumps right around the beginning that I had to lend a hand. But either way, I'm quite impressed with, of course, what I'm actually seeing for sure. And yeah, this actually runs really great in its entirety. So yeah, I say this actually is actually very well done for sure, and I'm quite impressed. So yeah, I guess overall I am really impressed with, of course, the Bachmann Cherry Red Rosie that I got for sure. It is just absolutely impressive, and I dare even say it's definitely on the same level as the original Rosie in its entirety for sure. And yeah, with what I'm actually seeing, it really does work very well, and I'm impressed with what I've actually seen. It is actually a really great model in its entirety, and definitely as great as the original for sure. So yeah, and I know that's kind of rare because, well, remakes are not better than the original, but there are a few occasions where they can be as good as the original, and I think this model is definitely on that level for sure. So yeah, if you definitely got the time, definitely get this one for sure. I highly recommend it, hands down, and I really enjoyed it in its entirety. So So yeah, and I guess on that thought, that'll pretty much do exactly that. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode of What the Pickup, and by all means, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below on what you think of course, this episode and what you thought about this latest Bachmann Rosie that I got for sure. I'd love to know. So yeah, I guess if anything, we're just only getting started with, of course, this brand new season for sure. And don't worry, there's going to be plenty more on the way. So tune in next time, we're finally going to be diving into, of course, plenty of, yeah, and I do mean plenty of rolling stock that I got alongside this one. But I guess until then, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.
Hey guys, this is Ackley, SamAttack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and showing support to me on both of my wish lists on Amazon and Right Stuff Anime, and even supporting me with my link on Streamlabs that you can find on my Twitch page. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.